That's tyranny. That's tyranny. Shutting down Facebook pages and, you know, recording our shows like they're doing right now.
240 years ago. If this happened 240 years ago, we'd be at war right now.
It was called a revolution. It happened.
Yep.
It did happen.
We would be at war right now.
Well, you can only push the people so much before they just say fuck you, and that's the end of it. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And eventually people are just going to do that, just like in the movie Network. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. That's it. I've totally passed the point of no return, brother.
Yeah.
That's it, man. These criminals are going to be exposed. These criminals are going to go to jail. These criminals are going to stop fleecing the world. And we know who they are. And we can prosecute them. We actually have all the evidence. But nobody will prosecute them. We have the evidence that they put cancer in vaccines. We have the evidence that they do all of this stuff.
One of my friends, I was, you know, a while ago, like, you know, when I started really getting into all this stuff, I don't shut up. I talk to everybody, and I just said, if you're my friend, you're never going to have a peaceful day without me talking about it. So, you know, at first he's like, no, it ain't all like that. It can't be, you know what I mean? And just the other day we were talking. He's like, Jim, dude, he goes, listen, at first I was questionable. I didn't really, you know, I was skeptical about each time you said something. He goes, no, dude, I can't even imagine half the crap that's going out there now. Because he's like, yeah, I believe it all now. And I'm like, dude, it's right there, black and white. You can't miss it. And that's what's so hard about it. The people out there that say they're educated and they want to look at the black and white and they tell you it's, you know, red and green. You go, well, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. So we really need to make sure that we keep pushing this, pushing all this information to people, and can't stop. You literally have to get it to the point where people want to hit you in the face so you stop talking about it.
Yeah, well, you know, exactly. I mean, but you know, it's the kind of a thing where, you know, it's so pervasive. It's everywhere. So it doesn't matter if you're food shopping, you're going to see something. If you go to the gas station, you're going to see something and somebody, and you could just refer to it and say, hey, you know, look at this. Hey, the gas is up again. What do you think about that? And then just tell them, hey, do you know that the Rockefellers and the control the manipulation of the gas market and there is artificial scarcity? And you could just tailor.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do you know that Monsanto is putting all the food, you know that's a Monsanto food product you're eating right there? Or you're planning to buy there, right there? In the store?
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
That's the perfect way.
Exactly.
That's the perfect way to do it.
Because
they needs to target with the stuff that they're looking at.
Exactly. They're at the gas station.
Buying gas. Oh, man, gas is expensive. They go, oh, yeah, it is. And then you go, yeah, did you know that the gas system is ran by the Saudi, you know, whatever. You just start talking like you know, like you know something. And that's the funny thing. You don't have to know any of this stuff. You just need to start rambling on.
Well, you really should. No, facts are important. But the truth is that that's the thing. You go up to somebody and you say, for example, ExxonMobil, I will never buy gas from them. Although I don't know the gas stations, you know, the other unnamed gas stations or others that, the smaller stations, they might buy their gas from ExxonMobil and I would never know it. But I don't go to an ExxonMobil station. I don't go to Shell. Okay, even though they give you 30 cents off on if you go to Stop and Shop, it's tough not to go to Shell. It's real tough. But
don't matter. All the oil companies are going to be big,
more or less. But the point is, you try not to like we talk about this. You try not to do business with them. You try to eat organic food. You try to not eat this processed Monsanto garbage, this Frankenfood. You know, these chickens that are born literally without heads. I mean, they literally breed them. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man.
That's normal. You're a conspiracy theorist, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. It's
just, animals without heads? Come on.
And then you'll get raw. You have some raw milk. Guys, you're a terrorist.
I just want to congratulate you on the purchase of the radio station.
Congratulate us.
Some ass. You know, keep it up. I do have to get going because I have to get back to the slave system that we all live in. So, okay. Like I said, I appreciate what you guys are doing. You're kicking some butt. Keep it up, and
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at the meeting.
Tomorrow.
All right, fantastic. Take care,
All right,
brother.
Brothers. Have a good night. Good luck.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, that was Jim Russell from We Are Change Connecticut, who's, again, you know, we have to take action, all of us. If we all just did a little something, it would make such a difference in the world. I mean, it's incredible. But, I mean, I know that there's so many causes out there that everyone's like, you know, let's do this for that. But, I mean, if you really want to support breast cancer, you got to go to the source. You got to go to, like, well, why are breast cancers like it is? And Well, because there's actually an article here that shows that deodorants and other things and perfumes contain chemicals that are carcinogenic. So you wonder why.
Oh, there's so much.
That's in our stack of news for the second hour. It's all going to be covered.
Yeah, no, I mean, with things making you sick, like breast cancer, I've even seen studies, the fluorescent lights that the women sit under all day at the office, that causes breast cancer. You know, everything's really attacking us all the time.
There's a lot of carcinogens, but again, it's by design.
With all that, it just
never
ends. They
give us all these products. The food products are all full of preservatives. You can see it. They're literally pushing drugs, ladies and gentlemen, that are approved by the Federal Drug Administration, federal criminals. Another corrupt organization, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Like Orencia causes cancer. I mean, one of the side effects is cancer. Hello? Yes.
Hi. I was calling in because I was watching, I just want to get your take on this. I was watching the primary the other night. I tuned in because, I'm a little concerned. I wanted to see who was winning. I think I tuned in about 8 o'clock. And they stream the results as they're coming in. And I was quite surprised to see that with 33% of the precincts reporting as they were streaming the results live, well, there was Ron Paul giving a concession speech with 33% of the votes counted, as far as I could see. This is the mainstream media. They're telling me that they've counted 1/3 of the votes, and here's Ron Paul conceding, giving a speech saying, "Oh, I lost this," but with 33% of the vote counted. How could anyone know at this point? It was about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And to this day, I can't understand how they were able to do that. And nobody that I know of, because I go around and I talk to people, and nobody I know has noticed it. Or if they had, they just said, "Oh, well, it must have been a big lag in the results." I just wanted to get your take on the Ron Paul campaign and how it's doing and what are its prospects for success.
Well, good question. Thank you. Well, I mean.
By the way, it's your uncle's. It's your uncle's.
Yeah, I got it. I could tell the voice.
Oh, you did. Okay. Well, this is a true question. I'm not just calling in because I'm your uncle, but it was a true question that,
yeah. Well,
that I really wanted an answer to.
Well, yeah. Well, it's the same thing I was saying the other time, where before there was even one vote casted. You had Karl Rove sitting there saying, well, Mitt Romney's going to win by like 14 votes, and
that's right, and
Santorum's going to do this, and there wasn't one vote counted. So to me, it kind of goes along with the things that I've been feeling, is that it's all a big, it's a scam, the voting system. I've been saying it for over 4 years to everybody who knows me for that long. It was proven. If you didn't know that
it's a scam,
it was already discredited with the Bush Al Gore. They already
right.
found out that they were cheating in Florida. Now the media tried to make it like it's Bush and his family and Jeb, but it was the electronic voting. And then in 2004 was the same thing in Ohio and certain areas where there's voting fraud. And I keep saying this, that there's no, as long as there's this electronic voting, and it's a private company that controls it and has all the codes.
T-Bolt.
It literally could be every single person wrote for Ron Paul, and they could say whatever, and we wouldn't know. So, to me, I also, everywhere I look, it seems like there's a lot more Ron Paul support than the polls show.
Of course.
Absolutely.
The people calling up the shows.
All the intelligent people that I talk to are Ron Paul, and then you have the rest of the people, or sheeple, that just go along with party lines.
Yeah.
And I mean, even as far as like my son-in-law, I talked to my son-in-law the other day about it, and he laughed at me when he asked who I was supporting, and I said Ron Paul. He said, "The guy's a kook." And I said,
yeah, he's a kook because that's what they told him to think.
And that's why your son-in-law.
He drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
he drank the Kool-Aid.
He's a Teletubby. He's
I'm glad I'm the only one listening in this family household right now. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, just touch on real brief. I keep seeing they're ratcheting this stuff up with Iran, And I don't know how serious people take this, but I was in the Navy for 4 years, and I patrolled those waters that are in dispute right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, the United States Fifth Fleet will not allow Iran to close the Straits of Hormuz.
Of course not.
And that's the Navy's only reason for existence is to stop that. It's to keep the supply lanes open for this country, and that's a big supply lane. And for whatever reason, this puppet that they have there, Ahmadinejad, is gonna keep pushing every button and saying, "Oh no, you do this, and we're gonna do that." And his people, I don't think, are behind him.
No, they're not.
I believe it's a very, very young country.
Definitely
older
is.
people have all died due to the wars they fought. I mean, the catastrophic war that they fought against Iraq years ago.
Yeah, I heard 60-70% of their population is 18 or younger.
And those are the people that I think they're going to.
They want change
sooner or later. But really, Ahmadinejad is just a puppet. Everybody should know that.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
And I don't understand why people in this country are just so goddamn blind.
And is there anything for the Navy to be afraid of Iran? Is there anything Iran could really do, though, to intimidate or scare?
No.
Nothing, right?
No, the U.S. Fifth Fleet, if you send a carrier battle group, which is what will be sent out there, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, you can level several of those countries out in that area.
Oh, yeah. They have nuclear weapons.
Without any further ships being sent, one carrier battle group, and they're really in deep trouble. I mean, their Navy, so to speak, I mean, I don't know what their Navy is, a rowboat and 3, patched up submarines or whatever, but they stand no chance. And I mean, I'm not a warmonger or anything, but the U.S. Navy is no joke. There's nothing close to it on the planet right now. And for the Iranians to push this kind of button is just totally out of character with their history.
Of course, it's the Hegelian dialectic.
Always have been a land-based power. Why they would try to mess? I mean, it's like a bear.
Sense.
A bear is one of the largest predators and most lethal predators on the planet on land. But he's not going to go into the water and fight a shark, is he? Because the shark. So I'm saying the same thing with the Iranians. They're a land-based.
Good point. That was an excellent point.
Yeah, real good.
But for them to actually stick their toe in the water and talk smack to the U.S. Navy, not a move that an intelligent person would make unless they're being controlled by somebody else.
That's what I've been pointing to. Is I definitely think that that, like you said, Ahmadinejad is just a figurehead. He's not the real power. He's there to cause the problem, and like you said, the Navy is going to crush them whenever this does happen. They probably won't even lose one guy. It'll be bad for Iran. And there's no reason for it.
I don't know if we may take a couple of hits or something because they are buying weapons from the Chinese who are rapidly approaching us technologically. Because let's face it, all they do is copy everything we've ever made. I mean, there have been Chinese planes and stuff captured that their electronics and stuff are just basic blueprint. They're exact.
Well, that's because Bill Clinton and our politicians give them all the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to the wire colors. Down to the wire colors. I mean, they're so afraid to change anything that they get from us because they don't understand it. They just say, "Oh, this is what they did. Let's do it." They're afraid to change wire colors. That's how exacting they are in their copying of us. So they are technologically advancing. So we may take a hit or two, but I don't believe we'll lose a ship. We may take some damage to one or two, but it's going to be a brief, bloody, ugly affair for the Iranian people, especially.
Well, that's it. It's again, they want to bring us. They need to start World War III. This is how they'll consolidate their power, and then they'll have the excuse for Syria. And we're definitely going to be going into this in detail. I mean, Syria, we've got troops all over. We got troops in Israel now, 10,000 troops that are admittedly part of a military operation, not part of a
peace or
no. They were talking about it being some sort of training. It's not training. It is a military exercise.
Yeah, you have anything to say about Israel?
No, I mean it's on record that they first they said it wasn't, then they said it is.